After the piston ring gap has been checked, you're ready to install the piston rings onto your pistons. Now, even though piston rings will look the same at a glance, there can be a top and bottom side to them, as well as a specific upper, middle, and lower ring. Piston rings will not always be labeled so that you know the orientation or where each ring goes, but there are a few general rules you can follow so you know which ring is which and what is the top and what is the bottom. The top ring may be chrome or have a gray coating on the face of the ring. If they are both dull charcoal color, they can be used in either groove. Lastly, if one ring has a chamfer cut into one of the outer edges and the other one does not, the chamfered ring will be the top ring. If the rings appear to be identical in profile shape, material, and coating, then they are the same and they can be used in either groove. Now, if you're looking for what is the top and what is the bottom side of the piston ring, there are a few indicators there as well. The ring, again, could have text printed on it that will specify which face is the top and which face is the bottom. If the ring has a chamfer on one side, then that chamfer is going to be the top side that faces up towards the combustion chamber. If the ring is square and there's no difference between each side, then that means either side can be the top. Once you know which ring is your top and middle and the orientation of each ring, it's important to talk about the lower ring. The lower ring is called the oil ring, and its primary role is to prevent oil from getting past the piston and into the combustion chamber. Original Honda oil rings used on these motorcycles were a large single-piece oil ring that was very difficult to remove and install without breaking. Technology has improved a lot since the 70s, and nearly every oil ring is now a 3-piece oil ring. Our common motor rings are no exception. They will come with a modern 3-piece oil ring that consists of 2 thin upper and lower rings that sandwich a wavy middle ring. To install your piston rings, it's easiest to start with a 3-piece oil ring. Begin with the brass wavy ring first, then add each of the flat rings above and below the wavy ring in the same oil ring groove. All 3 of these rings should be rotated into the oil groove on your piston, with the gaps of each piece of the oil ring facing 120 degrees away from each other. Once your oil ring is installed and the gaps are in the appropriate spot, move on to the middle ring. Remember to pay attention to the top and bottom orientation if there is one. Place the end of the iron ring into the middle groove and rotate it forward towards the gap while slightly lifting the other end of the ring up and over the piston. This will spiral the ring into the groove without causing too much strain or flexing to the ring. If stretched too much, the piston ring will break, so be careful. Follow the same steps for the upper ring. Again, spiral the ring into place, taking care not to bend the ring too much. The middle and upper ring gaps should be facing 180 degrees away from each other when you're using a modern 3-piece oil ring. Be sure to recheck the piston ring end gap spacing again right before the cylinders are installed on your engine to ensure that the ring gaps have not rotated into line with each other.